Unit 3. Marriage Law Reform. Major portion of the statutory personal laws enacted in the various Muslim countries represent a mere codification of the established law or, at best, unification of hitherto divergent legal principles. There is, however, no reason to deny the fact that certain provisions in this law have introduced significant reform in the traditional law. The principal reforms so introduced in one country or another relate to a. Marriage age for men and women and difference of age between parties of marriage. B. Wealth of marriage guardian in the fixation and solemnization of marriage. C. Legislation and documentation of marriage. D. Monetary aspect of marriage, dowry, and expenses. E. Polygamy and right of co-wives. F. Maintenance of wife, family, and matrimonial home during the subsistence of marriage. G. Unilateral divorce, right parties to marriage and ground for judicial divorce. H. Post-divorce reliefs for the parties, especially for women. E. Period or gestation and its implication. G. Parents' right relating to custody and guardianship of children, especially of mother. K. Inheritance right of certain close relative surviving spouse, daughter, brother, sister, grandfather, and descendants of predecessor children. L. Choice of delegated, especially there is eligibility to receive a bequest and validity, tenure, and management of family works. Reform in these areas have been effective different reform in different countries, either under the provisions of comprehensive codes or law of personal status or family right, or by way of sporadic legislation. The source material for all aforesaid reform have been located by the jurists and the legislator of the Muslim world in the depth, divergence, flexibility, and richness of the legal principle within the vast framework of the Sharia. It is nobody case in the Muslim states, including Turkey, that personal law has been codified and reformed merely to modernize of Westerners their law, nor have their architect, advocates, and exponents ever quote and wholly when Islamic search for any death reform. The motives behind and the object of all this legislative activity have been extolled by the reformers the need to systematize personal law on the pattern of the law, since quantified the desire to benefit from lesser known and hitherto neglected principle and heuristic opinion within the thought of the Sharia, the will to check misinterpretation, misapplication, and growing misuse of the Sharia, of which there are greater can the possibility it is codified state the policy of nationalizing and truly Islam seeing the law and the urge to rebuild the society in conformity with the original unadulterated socio-legal principles of Islam in several countries. The ulama have approved or have been closely associated with the reform effect. At the same time, some of the reform in some countries have been opposed or criticized by certain sections of religious leaders and scholars. This has happened in Iraq, Indonesia, Pakistan, Tunisia, South Yemen, and Turkey on some associations. Their objections were accepted, the reform proposed or already effected, dropped, declared, or modified.